Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And today we're going to continue talking about Hokkaido, Japan's natural getaway. But today we're going to be talking about Hokkaido, Japan's winter wonderland. Now, remember last time we talked about Hokkaido in terms of its agriculture industry. And we also talked about the flowers. You get great milk there, great beef, probably great cheese. And it's also a great place to check out flowers. But, I think as far as when somebody last told me this, flowers typically grow during the summer, not so much during the winter, unless they're the meihua. What's that called in English? I can't think of that one grows in the winter. Gee, it's weird.
The rose? Are you talking about a rose?
I can't think of the English word for meihua. I can only think of the Chinese word. It'll come to me later on. But in any case,
so what you're saying, it's not a rose?
No, it's a kind of white flower that does grow in the winter. But we're talking about flowers that grow in Japan. But I guess most flowers, they probably don't grow in the winter. So if you're there in the winter, you're going to have to do something else. But Hokkaido will offer you plenty to check out during the winter because you can go skiing there or you can check out some of the festivals.
Cool. Yeah, there's lots of fun stuff to do there. We also talked about Hokkaido's economy. They raise a lot of stuff. So if you like to look into that, you can. The one thing I found out about Hokkaido yesterday that I really want to follow up on, that they grow the lavender there, which I love. And also, if you love melon and you like to eat a lot of melon, especially with ice cream, that sounds really fun too. Today's, we're still going to stay on Hokkaido and we're going to continue talking about what it has to offer or what it boasts, what it produces or has that they're really proud of. Right now, guys, as we always do, we're going to read through our article and then we'll be back to talk about it. Hokkaido might be renowned for its flowers and other greenery, but being so far north, it's also a winter wonderland in the colder months. Many people head to Hokkaido at this time for skiing and its festivals. One of these is the Sapporo Snow Festival. This one-day event was first held in 1950, when 6 students from local high schools made snow statues in Sapporo's Odori Park. 5 years later, Japan's self-defense forces from the nearby Makomanai base joined in, and the festival has since become famous. In 2007, about 2 million people visited Sapporo to see the hundreds of snow statues and ice sculptures at the festival's 3 main sites in Odori Park, Susukino, and Satoland. Not far from Sapporo, in the port city of Otaru, candles illuminate the Otaru Snow Light Path. The lights line the Otaru Canal and the former Japan National Railway's Tamiya line. The candles are placed inside snow sculptures along the canal, as well as attached to ropes hanging over the water surface. Many foreign volunteers help set up the site, making it a great place for travelers to mingle. Snacks from sushi to sweets and noodles complete the experience at this romantic nighttime spot. In the far south of Hokkaido is perhaps the last stop on your trip to northern Japan. Head to the city of Hakodate and take the cable car up Mount Hakodate for a view of the city, ocean, and mountains as far as the eye can see. At night, Hakodate lights up. It's the perfect way to end your stay in Hokkaido.
All right, let's talk about today's lesson, one sentence at a time. So let's start by looking at the first paragraph here in today's lesson. Our second day of talking about Hokkaido. Hokkaido might be renowned for its flowers and other greenery, but being so far north, it's also a winter wonderland in the colder months. Okay, so yes, indeed, Hokkaido is renowned for its flowers, and it might be true that it is renowned or famous for its flowers, but still, it can be a winter wonderland in the colder months. So yes, indeed, it's got something to offer during all seasons of the year. You can probably see the changing colors of the trees in the fall, and you can see the spring buds in the spring, but we're talking about what you can experience in the winter. Of course, during the summer, it's renowned for its flowers, and as I said here, renowned just means it's known for this, it's famous for this, because it has the flowers and other greenery, which refers to different kinds of plants and vegetables like melons, as we talked about before. But it's also walking in a winter wonderland in the colder months. So if you like snow, or if you've never seen snow before, hey, this is the place to go during the winter.
Oh, I love that. Tom was singing a very famous Christmas song from the U.S., Winter Wonderland. Walking in a Winter Wonderland. Great song. It's one of my favorites, actually. So many people head to Hokkaido at this time for skiing and its festivals. So they've got a lot of fun things happening during the winter months. If you head to a place, it means you're going in that direction. You're heading out. Sometimes we just say, I'm heading to blah, blah, blah. I'm heading out the door. I'd say that to my mom or dad when I was leaving the house. Hey, I'm heading out, guys. Head to, you're going in that direction. That's where you're traveling to. One of these festivals that we mentioned that happen in the winter is called the Sapporo Snow Festival. It's very famous because even I've heard of this, and I don't keep track of what's going on in Japan.
Right, so they probably have all sorts of things going on, but it does say it's a one-day event. So this one-day event was first held in 1950 when 6 students from local high schools made snow statues in Sapporo's Odori Park. A statue, of course, is a 3-dimensional work of art, usually in the shape of a person or an animal or something like that, a statue. You could also say snow sculptures, which would be anything made out of snow that resembles some kind of object. In my hometown, back in Iowa, they used to have a winter festival there, and they would have these snow sculpture competitions where people would build snow sculptures.
That's fun.
And they would be judged. That festival is long gone, but in any case, here in Hokkaido, these kids way back in 1950 made these snow statues in a park there in Sapporo's Odori Park, and I guess it caught on after that, and afterwards, of course, they now have the Sapporo Snow Festival.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I've not heard of the Odori Park, but it sounds like a place you want to head to. So this one-day event was first held back in 1950. Wow, that was a long time ago. And what happened, they had 6 students from local high schools who went out and made these snow statues in Sapporo's Odori Park. But 5 years later, it kind of turned into a bigger deal because Japan has something called the Self-Defense Forces. They were located right there in the nearby Makomanai base. A base is where a military group is located. Their base, that's where they live and they work from. They could be sent to other places, but that's where the soldiers are all housed and kept until they're needed somewhere else. They become involved 5 years later, and that's when the festival actually became famous. So from that time, 5 years after 1950, let's say it's 1955, shall we? That's when the festival then became famous, and it's been famous ever since that time. When you're talking about self-defense forces, you're talking about soldiers who are protecting your country. They're not going out to attack anybody. They're actually staying at home to fight against any invaders who happen to come into your country, and they're not welcome.
Exactly. So that's what was happening back then. And now we move forward to the year 2007, which was 10 years ago. In 2007, about 2 million people visited Sapporo to see the hundreds of snow statues and ice sculptures at the festival's 3 main sites in Odori Park, Susukino, and Satoland. Okay, so again, we've got all sorts of things made out of snow and ice. We did, I said snow sculpture, but here we've got ice sculptures. That would be different. This would actually be ice.
Yeah.
Ice, of course, is frozen water, so you can actually see through it. So these would be ice sculptures. I guess they also have ice sculptures in, what's that place in China? Harbin or something like that, the Ice Sculpture Festival or something up there.
I've actually been to a wedding reception receptions where they had ice sculptures.
Okay.
One of them that I went to, they had sculpted a swan out of ice.
Cool.
And it lasted for most of the reception. It was very pretty.
Yeah, before it melted into a puddle on the floor.
Right.
But in any case, yes, lots of people back in 2007, millions of people saw the snow statues and the ice sculptures and other main sites there. These were the festival's main sites, the three main sites in Odori Park. These are the three main sites where people saw the snow statues and the ice sculptures. Those three sites include Odori Park, Susukino, and Sato Land. So if you're in Sapporo, you're going to have to go check out those three locations to check out those snow statues and ice sculptures. A site is a location, usually an important location where something took place or something is taking place. A tourist site. These are sites where you can go see these snow statues.
Right. We use site in the word website. What's the website's address? I was doing some work for a client yesterday, and they'd actually just put site down. But for the most part, at least in America, we're still saying website because a site without web is actually a location that's based on the land somewhere. So a website, yeah,
like
site.
A construction site that would be on the land.
Use that for that too, yeah.
Yeah, but this, of course, is referring to an actual physical location, and three of them in Sapporo. And again, they are Odori Park, Susukino, and Sato Land. Now, not far from Sapporo, in the port city of Otaru, candles illuminate the Otaru snow light path. Okay, so if you're in Sapporo and you're worried about transportation, don't worry because this small town or this port city of Otaru is nearby, and this also is some kind of activity that takes place during the winter. You've got candles there. They illuminate the Otaru snow light path. And to illuminate something just means to cast light on something, to actually light something with something else. And we'll talk about some of the particulars about the Otaru snow light path in just a second, but right now we're going to take a timeout and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. 今天我们继续来看第一单元，我们要介绍北海道。那北海道我们之前已经提过了，它这里有花卉，有绿色植物，有农产品。不过因为它地理位置上就在日本的最北边，而这边呢在冬天里会变成一个冬季仙境。那如果冬天来北海道的话，当然会有很多的活动。那这边我们一开始就要介绍最有名的一个节庆，就是札幌雪季。这个是一个 snow festival， 既然是雪季，那当然这个地方会出现什么？像雪雕。这里有一个地点，也许大家也都知道，就是札幌的大通公园。那这边还要谈一点它的历史。在历史上，这个活动的开始是1950年，到后来呢，慢慢的在5年后，这个节庆从此变得非常的有名，而且甚至于他还说到2007年有将近200万的人到札幌这边来。那我们知道这边有一些主题公园，然后你可以看雪雕，可以看冰雕。那我们要提到它的文法部分其实有一点就是现在完成式的用法在哪里呢？当你提到说1950年之后，然后5年之后，其实也就是1955年，当时呢日本的自卫队在这里他们也加入了那前面提的高中生们开始做雪雕这个活动，然后让它变得有名，而这个 has since become famous， 这个 has 再加一个 since， 当然我们知道 since 本来就是自从，如果以这个前后文的时间点来看的话，这个 since 当然是指从1955年之后，然后也就是当这个日本的自卫队加入了这个行列，然后让他从那时候开始变得非常有名，大家都知道了札幌雪季，而且都会想来这边看冰雕，看雪雕像。OK， 接下来呢，我们再来看，提到了雪雕，提到了札幌，那还有别的地方吗？其实在北海道还有另外一个很有名的大家如果到北海道去也一定会到的地方，它的避防之地就是小樽。那我们来看这个 Otaru， 这里它比较 有名的就是当你到这边来，它是个港都，而这边看到一片的蜡烛，点亮了小樽雪灯之路。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about Hokkaido, and today we're actually focusing on some of the festivals that are held there during the winter months. That's really one of the most popular times to go visit Hokkaido is in the winter because they've got great snow. But also they offer festivals. So if you're not a skier and you don't dare get onto the mountain, up on the mountain on a pair of skis, which could be dangerous, then you might want to head over there and check out the festivals, where they have a lot of snow sculptures and ice sculptures, which are both beautiful. Moving on now to the second paragraph, it says, not far from Sapporo, in the port city of Otoro, candles illuminate the Otoro snow light path. The lights line the Otoro Canal and the former Japan National Railway's Tamiya line. Now, if something lines something else, it could be that you're putting a layer of something on top of something else. But here we're talking about the line, which kind of means if you have a street or a road and trees line that street on either side, there's just a row of trees on either side. Here we're saying the lights line the canal. So there are lights on either side of the canal. It must look really beautiful to have all those lights. A canal is a waterway that we have built, that people have constructed, that allows for the passage. Usually the passage of very small boats, maybe a ship if it's extra big. We have a canal, though, in my grandparents' backyard that was kind of small, and it would just be for water to irrigate or to water crops. So it depends on how big the canal is. I haven't seen the Otoro Canal, so I don't know how big it is.
That's big enough to have these candles there. Yes, a canal is like an artificial river, like the Grand Canal or the Erie Canal, the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal, etc.
Those are big, yeah.
Those are the bigger ones, but this is probably fairly small. These lights are lined up along this canal, and then they're also lined up along the former Japan National Railway's Tamiya line. I don't know if the tracks are still there, but maybe the bed is still there, or the path where the train was, so they can put those candles there. And the candles are placed inside snow sculptures along the canal, as well as attached to ropes hanging over the water's surface. So just like a jack-o'-lantern or a pumpkin during Halloween, we've got candles inside the snow sculptures, and they're placed along the canal. That's probably pretty cool to check that out. Hopefully the candles don't melt the ice. And then the candles are also maybe swinging from ropes or something, or hanging from these ropes that are over the surface of the water. They're attached or connected to the ropes, and the water's surface is just the top of the water there, not below the surface, not above it, but right on the water.
Right. It says many foreign volunteers help set up the site, making it a great place for travelers to mingle. If you mingle with people, you socially hang out, you get together, talk to them. Maybe you do some activities together, but you just kind of hang together and talk. If you're a volunteer, you're actually offering to do some work without pay. So good for them. So foreign volunteers are actually the ones who go over there and help set up the site, get it all ready. And so it's a great place for other travelers to go and just to stick around and see if they can meet some new friends. That's one fun part of traveling, is just getting to meet friends while you're on the road.
Exactly. So you can mingle with people. Hey, where are you from? Hey, nice day, isn't it? Etc. Kind of have some light conversation. And snacks from sushi to sweets and noodles complete the experience at this romantic nighttime spot. So we've got a range of snacks, from sushi to sweets and noodles. Okay, so that's the range of things you can have. Sushi, of course, is shousi in Chinese, and sweet snacks, maybe mochi or something, and noodles, of course, ramen. And they complete the experience. You can not only mingle with other foreigners or even locals, and you can also check out the candles inside the snow sculptures, but also all these things will complete the experience. It will make it 100% experience that you will never forget. It's a romantic nighttime spot. Romantic usually has some kind of reference to love. So, of course, if you go there with your sweetheart and you check all this stuff out, oh, you'll be so in love. You'll hold hands. You'll want to go to a romantic restaurant and have a candlelight dinner. It will be so romantic. You will never have another argument in your marriage again.
Sounds like a great place if you go there in the evening or at nighttime. Notice nighttime is put together. It's one word. We also put daytime together, too. Those are two words put together. Now, in the very final paragraph, it starts out in the far south of Hokkaido is perhaps the last stop on your trip to northern Japan. So we're talking about all of Hokkaido, but right now we're going to be at the very far south part of Hokkaido. There you can head to the city of Hakodate and take the cable car up Mount Hakodate, which is a mountain, for a view of the city, ocean, and mountains as far as the eye can see. That sounds beautiful. Just to talk about a cable car for a minute, if you go on a cable car, it's similar to our Malcolm gondola.
Yeah.
We call it a gondola here, which is kind of a fancy name for a cable car. But they run on cables, which take you from one spot high above the ground to another spot. I love to go on the cable car, especially at Malcolm Gondola is really fun. Not in the summer. It's a little hot for me, guys. But I do go in the winter just to check out the view below. It's very fun.
There's also a cable car or gondola at Sun Moon Lake.
Oh, yeah?
But here in Hokkaido, you can go to Mount Hakodate and take the cable car up there for a view of the city, for a view of the ocean, and for a view of the surrounding mountains as far as the eye can see. So you can expect quite a spectacular panorama if you do take that cable car up to the top of Mount Hakodate. We are talking about the far south of Hokkaido there. Hokkaido is like this big sort of inverted square, kind of like a square tilted to the side. But then there's like this little elephant's trunk at the very bottom where there are some sites there. So they're down there near the tip there, I guess there is this Mount Hakodate. I also understand that there's a mountain down there somewhere too. I can't remember the name of it, but it's called the Mount Fuji of Hokkaido. So if you weren't able to go to the real Mount Fuji, you could check out this one on Hokkaido, which is actually called Mount Yote. Okay, so hey, I remembered the name of it. So yes, Hokkaido has got all these wonderful natural features, including these mountains, Mount Hakodate, Mount Yote, and I think there are several other mountains there as well.
Yeah. I was surprised that Japan had so many mountains when I first went. Mount Fuji, I saw from a very high tower in Tokyo, which is kind of cool.
Tokyo Tower?
I don't remember where our friends took us. I had a friend who was working there at the time, and she took us to a really tall building, and you go up, and you look out in their windows all around that top floor. Kind of cool.
Does it have a revolving restaurant there?
Probably. It's a tourist place. Maybe people know where I'm talking about. I didn't know. I didn't even notice the name, but there was a great view of Mount Fuji.
That's Tokyo, and we don't want to talk about Tokyo. It's a big, noisy city. We want to go to the rural paradise of Japan, Hokkaido here. So yes, where we left off, we were talking about taking a cable car up to Mount Hakodate for a view of the city, which is below, and the ocean and the mountains as far as the eye can see. On a clear day, you can see forever.
Now, those are lyrics from a song, by the way.
Or the name of a song, or the actual name of a...
On a clear day, rise and look around you.
Yeah, I think that was a Barbra Streisand song.
Streisand.
There you go. But we're not talking about Broadway. Geez, we keep getting off the subject. But at night, Hakodate lights up. It's the perfect way to end your stay in Hokkaido. Hokkaido, if something lights up, then you've got lots of lights. It's no longer dark.
Sounds beautiful. Well, it's really the perfect way to end your stay in Hokkaido, at least according to our author, Brian, who wrote this. So it sounds like there's lots to do, lots to see, and you don't want to miss out. So maybe you need to start making plans to get yourself to Hokkaido, Japan's natural getaway. We're going to listen to our Chinese teacher one more time, and then we're going to wrap this up.
我们继续来看，提到了另外一个在北海道的亮点。小樽这里刚刚说到了 the Otaru Snow Light Path， 那当然你说这样子的街道看起来是什么样子呢？他说到你会看到灯呢沿着运河，沿着这边的旧的国家铁道手工线排列开来。 Line 在这边就是个动词，沿着这个街道，沿着这个运河，一列展开。那我们再看到说到了这个景色它的蜡烛呢，它呢就摆在那个沿着小樽运河的这个放着雪雕，这些雪雕当中，所以可见得它的景观之美。那当然我们这边说到了，如果就文法来看，这句话提到这个蜡烛摆在哪里，可不是只有在那个沿着运河岸后面用到一个片语 as well as attached to ropes hanging over the water's surface。 好，我们看到第一个重点就是 as well as， 当你提到了 A 又提到了 B， 其实 as well as它比较强调了，反而是在前面这个 A， 也就是除了 B 之外还有 A， 所以像在这边呢，它提到不只是摆放在沿着运河岸这样子排列它还有后面这边说到的 attached to ropes。attached to 跟前面的 placed 其实是两个平行的，前面说被摆在哪里，这边说它是被挂在哪里，它其实是被接着系在哪里，系在浮于挂于水面上的绳子上头。好，这两个前后用 as well as 来连接。好，那最后呢，我们再来看，提到了小樽，好，提到了札幌，北海道的确是值得大家观光游览的圣地。那下面最后我们来做一个结论，他说到In the far south of Hokkaido is， 注意到了这个句子呢，它的开头是在讲地点。那我刚刚念到了 is 之后，这个是它的动词。换句话说，这个句构其实是倒装句，因为主词就是接下来说的 Perhaps the last stop on your trip to northern Japan。这个后面是它真正的主词，也就是说，你在日本北部旅行的最终站，其实就是靠北海道比较南部的地方。我们当然晓得 be 动词后面原来讲地点的这个介系词片语，如果你摆到句首，那我们呢会发现形成了倒装句，就像这个句子一样，而主词就反而摆在后面了。不过当然焦点也就顺着移到了后面的这个主词了，这就是最终站了。那我们看到下面还要介绍了像函馆看到这个地方也是风景无限，也许有一天你到北海道的时候，最后就会在这里结束你的行程。 OK， 我们今天讲解就到这里结束，我们下次见。
Thanks for joining us, guys. We hope you learned a little bit more about Hokkaido and some of the things you can do. And when you do go over there, if you can't speak Japanese, practice your English with them. For English Digest, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tom. Goodbye.
Bye.